Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about what you should be doing right now to actually improve at Fortnite. So what I mean by that is, let's say that a fair amount of people didn't actually qualify for FNCS, you're not in heats or whatever happened. Maybe you made it to round 2 but you didn't make it to round 3 or whatever. But for many of the people, your FNCS season is over, and now we're going to be going into the off season. Now, the off season is where you can kind of tone it back a bit. You don't need to work as hard, is what you could say, because you're not actually going to be doing the real practices or the real games, but you still should be training. And this is where, people can almost kind of split apart, because if you have two people and one of them grinds really hard in the off season and the other one doesn't, then let's say that this is the season here. This guy who's grinded, he'll be ahead when the season drops because he's already better than the guy who's not grinded, and the guy grinded will be back here and has to catch all the way back up. Now, some people are able to catch all the way back up and others aren't. So what I'm saying is, you might as well be safe than sorry, and if you have the time, you should definitely devote some of the time into practicing right now for next season. Now, obviously, a bunch of shit might happen. The map might be completely changed. You might get some new guns. You don't know, but you can still practice some core fundamentals that will transfer over to all the seasons, no matter what the meta is. So the first thing you should do is VOD review your FNCS. If you're planning to play with your duo partner next season, because I'm pretty sure there's daily duos and a bunch of other shit as well, then you should 100% VOD review both rounds, or however long you made it in the FNCS. VOD review it all with your duos and figure out what you did wrong, what your teammate did wrong, and how you can improve on it together. Now, the next thing is to play cash cups. There are still a few cash cups left for solo, duo cash cups, and as well on the other regions. So if your ping is decent, or even if it is bad, then play, NA West, EU, or whatever other region. If you have the time, try to play as much cash cups as possible. You can VOD review them as well if you want to. The third thing is to play arena. Okay, this is the time to play arena. Your points don't matter. If you don't care about playing cash cups, then your points literally don't matter at all, and you should be playing arena 24/7. So play this, W key, land tilted, doesn't matter. Just do whatever shit is outside your comfort zone and fucking do it. That's it. So play arena as hard as you can, W key everybody, push everybody like you're fucking Booga. The fourth thing is to play scrims and ladders. This is the kind of lower down on the list, because as it gets in this off season, a lot of scrims and ladders aren't actually running because there's nothing to practice for, even though you should be preparing your end game skills for next season, no matter really much if the meta changes. So play scrims and ladders if you can find servers that are running, as well as any open ladders. I've an OA Manu hosts them all the time. So does KNG, and I really recommend KNG ranked games if you want to practice your end games. So a lot of the admins on KNG run actual ranked solos and duos, or even zone wars as well. And in these, you're not allowed to attack until surge pops. So if you're in the first lobby, oftentimes you'll have like 90 people, 94, 95 people, and it'll be like a fucking stacker as shit. And it's laggy as anything, but it honestly is good practice as well for any game. And the final thing is creative training. So the thing is that why you don't want to focus on creative training is that when you're actually in season, you can play creative training in the background while you're actually playing. So this is where you want to replace the practicing with something else, whether that's arena, scrims and ladders, or cash cups, or whatever it is. You should be just trying to replace it. You can do creative training, and if you decide to do creative training, then you want to hone in on a certain mechanic. So if your aiming is shit and you find that, okay, when I VOD reviewed FNCS, I was missing every single shot. So that's why you have to be like, okay, I have to do 2 hours, and that'd be too much. Maybe like an hour of Kovacs and an hour of some fighting scenario in game. And then you practice you're done for your aiming, so now you can go into arena or scrims or whatever, and then you're done for the night or whatever you want to do. But make sure you please use this time wisely, because this is the time where you can actually get ahead of the meta. So whatever happens, whatever bullshit gets thrown at us next season, you'll already be better mechanically, game sense, like everything. You'll already be better than the people who aren't playing right now. So yeah, if you want to get ahead of the meta and actually improve and get way better than those who aren't, playing the game, then you should do these 5 things. Yeah, that's it. Cheers.